If you feel burned out even when you take time to relax, you're going to want to watch this video because I think I know what's going on and I'm pretty sure that I can help. My name's Dr. Dan. I'm a clinical psychologist and I help a lot of people with burnout. And something that I noticed is that many of the people struggling with burnout had the same cause behind their burnout. And it was something that they did not expect. So, the thing that a lot of the burnout people that I talked to had in common, which might be true for you too, is how they were spending their rest and relaxation time. Because even the most burned out people still take at least some time to rest and relax. But oftentimes that time was being wasted. See, many people that use their rest and recovery time spend it on things like TikTok or YouTube, where they're just scrolling endlessly, or Netflix, where it's just one video after another passing in front of your eyes, or live service games like Fortnite or Call of Duty, where you can just play the same game endlessly over and over and over. These activities are called infinity pools, and they are specifically designed to be, well, infinite. The people who make TikTok and Fortnite and all of that, they want you to spend as much time as possible within their service because the more time you give them, the more money they make. And because of that, these platforms are designed for one purpose and one purpose only, to keep you spending time on them. YouTube does not want you to watch two videos and be satisfied and happy and go about your day. They want you to keep watching videos because that's how they make their money. Fortnite does not want you to play one game and then go do something else. They want you to keep playing Fortnite because that increases the chance you're going to give them your money. And so these services are not designed to help you really recover. They are designed only to make you keep giving them your time. It's kind of like junk food. A potato chip is not designed to fill you up and nourish you. It is designed to make you want to eat another potato chip and then another potato chip after that and so on, because then you buy more potato chips. The same thing is true of all of these infinity pools. The only thing that they care about is for you to keep floating in their infinity pool. And so that is why you still feel burned out, even when you spend hours or maybe even an entire weekend relaxing. It's because you're not really relaxing. You're not really removing stress from yourself. You are just floating in an infinity pool that feels nice when you're in it, but does not actually nourish you and rejuvenate you. So, what do you do instead? How do you break out of this pattern and actually spend your time in something that will help you get out of burnout? The key is to replace the time that you're spending in infinity pools with something that is actually fulfilling. And this is easier said than done because the reason infinity pools are so compelling is because they are effortless. Again, you just get to float there. You don't have to make any decisions. You just watch whatever the algorithm thinks that you should watch. You don't have to decide what to do next. You just press play again and another game of Fortnite loads. That is the temptation of them, that when you feel tired, overwhelmed, burned out, you just let the machine make the decisions for you and it feels nice and easy. So, in order to actually break free of burnout, you need to be willing to do something that's a little bit hard. You need to choose something to do with your time that will actually rejuvenate you. And what that's going to look like is something that will feel a little more meaningful, a little more active. Instead of playing endless rounds of Fortnite or Call of Duty, maybe you play a video game that has a story. So you can actually feel an emotion from the story. You can actually make progress. You can actually one day finish the game and put it on the shelf and do something else. Or maybe instead of watching TikToks or YouTubes, you plan a movie night with your friends. So you're still watching something on the screen, but you're interacting with other people. You're making a memory. You're doing something that is real. What if instead of spending an hour on YouTube, you spent an hour reading a book? That would take more effort, but you would maybe learn something from the book because you were putting in more effort. Or if you were reading a novel, you would maybe have more fun. You would maybe make progress into a story. The point that I'm trying to make is that you need to step back from these infinity pools and do something that actually takes a little bit of effort, but that is more fulfilling. Bigger investment, bigger payoff. And if you're not sure what to do, then think about yourself before the infinity pools. Think about yourself 5 years ago, 10 years ago. What did you do for fun then before you spent a lot of time on YouTube or Call of Duty or whatever? Chances are, if you enjoyed it back then, you will still enjoy it now. So try it out. Even if it feels a little silly to watch the same movie that you watched when you were a teenager or to open up your old Legos or something like that, you will probably find that you enjoy it and that it actually rejuvenates you in a way that the infinity pools don't. If you still aren't sure what to do, then there's a couple things that you can try that are helpful for most people. Anything that gets you out into the real world is probably going to help. So, going for a walk, looking at some squirrels in the park, moving your body a little bit. Anything that is creative will help. So, writing a short story, practicing an instrument, doing a little art project. And anything that is social will help. So, spending time with a friend, calling up your grandma, those sorts of things take a little bit more effort, but they will bring some real rejuvenation. There's no silver bullet for burnout. If you do this, it's not going to magically bring you all the way out of burnout, but it will start you on the pathway. You will start to feel a little better because your rejuvenation time is actually rejuvenating you instead of just making the people at TikTok and YouTube a little bit richer. And remember, this isn't an all or nothing kind of thing. You can still watch YouTube and TikTok. I mean, I hope that you watch my videos at least. You can still play Fortnite if that's what you enjoy doing, but try to balance it out. Maybe say, I'm going to spend 1 hour every night doing something that takes a little bit more effort, but might satisfy me a little bit more. Or I'm going to spend 1 day out of the weekend where I don't do TikTok or YouTube and I try to replace that with something else. And over time, as you see the benefit of moving away from the infinity pools, it will become easier and easier. So try that out. Let me know what you think. If you try something other than the infinity pool and you find that it helps you, leave a comment about what you did so that maybe other people can learn from it too. And if you want me to make more videos about burnout or anything else, leave a comment and let me know what you want me to talk about. And I always read those comments and I try to factor them into the next video that I make. And if you found this video helpful, you'll probably find my future stuff helpful too. So definitely make sure to follow, subscribe, all that stuff so that you get notified when I put out new content. Burnout is tough and there's no one size fits all solution, but my hope is that this video will help you feel a little better. And if you can feel a little better, it'll give you hope that one day you can feel a lot better. Try this stuff out and thanks for giving me your time. Dr. Dan signing off.